We begin in Zimbabwe, where an explosion has rocked a political rally in Bulawayo, which was being attended by President Emmerson Mnangagwa. According to Reuters news agency, Zimbabwe's Vice President Constantino Chiwenga and his wife sustained minor injuries from Saturday's blast. Footage from Zimbabwe state television showed the explosion took place near Mnangagwa as he waved to supporters. Mnangagwa's spokesperson says the president was not hurt. The president was in Bulawayo to campaign ahead of nationwide elections due at the end of July. Speaking to the press late on Saturday, Mnangagwa expressed optimism and said the attack will not stop Zimbabweans from exercising their democratic right.
Defeatists in the struggle for our freedom, independence, and democracy who are injured. But otherwise, the rest of the country is peaceful. The campaign throughout the country is peaceful, and I'm happy with the free campaign, democratic campaign, non-violent campaign, which is throughout the country.
Well, let's get you the latest on that story. CGTN's Farai Mwakatuya joins me now live from Zimbabwe's capital, Harare. Farai, we understand President Mnangagwa is unhurt, but what more can you tell us about the attack at this rally?
Well, we know that there was an explosion that went off as he was leaving the podium after addressing thousands of supporters that had turned up there. The footage there shows this explosion going off as he's departing that podium. A number of officials have been hurt. The, vice president and his wife, the other vice president, has sustained leg injuries. The chairperson of the ruling party, ZANU-PF, has also been injured. Unconfirmed reports say that some of the two of the president's security aides and personnel may have also been killed in this attack. So it's details of it are still coming through, and investigations into what happened and the motives behind the attack continue. But that's what we know at this point. The president is safe and was whisked away very quickly to a state residence. He has since visited some of the injured officials in the hospital where they're receiving treatment in Bulawayo, Karen.
And Farai, Bulawayo is known to be an opposition stronghold. What are investigators likely to be looking at in trying to determine the motive for the attack?
Well, President Mnangagwa, in that interview with state media after the attack, was very quick to distance, the region or the area in which this has happened to the motives behind the attack. He was, he said that this was not perpetrated by people in Bulawayo, and he actually made reference to the fact that these are my usual enemies, and by that he's making reference to the fact that he's been the target of multiple, assassination attempts in the past. In 2014, his office was broken into, and his desk was laced with cyanide poison. He survived that. Last year in 2017, while attending a rally by his predecessor, Robert Mugabe, he was the victim of a food poisoning attack and had to be airlifted out of the country for treatment. So the investigations will obviously look at, the motives and possible people who are behind this. But I think what will also be a key issue into the investigation is how someone was with this sort of weaponry or this sort of device was able to access a rally, and not just access a rally, but certainly in a VIP or close to the VIP area. And I think that will, be some concern to the investigators. But, obviously these investigations will go on, and I'm sure we'll get more details as these investigations continue, Karen.
Okay, thank you for that update. That was CGTN's Farai Mwakatuya there in Zimbabwe's capital, Harare.